Deli with the sauce.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Deli G, back in the studio, back in the lab, back in the home office, and back to bring you another awesome episode of the Deli G Show right here on the channel. All right, guys. So the reason I titled this episode "New Beginning" is because it's twofold. Just before all this other stuff happened, like I mentioned in the previous video. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. Quick channel update. So because of that, actually, having to be in a new situation. But the funny thing was, even as that transition was happening in my life there, I was actually also reading the horoscopes, which I'm Sagittarius, so every now and then I'll check them out. And then it actually had read something about, while you might think this is the end of your journey and your situation, it's actually a new beginning for you. That you'll be able to explore new adventures and new situations and make new memories. So here we are. Which brings us to this episode. So I'm very thankful to be able to have this opportunity, to share my thoughts and my stories and my situation with you guys, and also just have a few laughs and some frivolity, as Jim Cornette would say, along the way, because we're all about fun and positivity here. No hate, no bullshit, no games, only the fun games. Just straight up facts and opinion with a positive spin on it. You guys know from my previous videos that I'll critique guys and shit too, but we do it with a good mannered, good intentions, positivity, and we just want to uplift people and make sure that they're operating at their best, that they're capable of doing with whatever resources they have available. So yeah, of course. Now the first thing, actually one of my boys told me too. Actually, he likes watching the videos. He thinks they're entertaining, but I guess I need to up the content on the actual sports situation besides pro wrestling. So the first thing I'm going to say is, as we speak here on March 27th in the South Central Ontario region here, where I'm recording from, John Tortorella fired by the Flyers. So what does this mean? Well, honestly, like for me, because you guys can see, obviously, over here, huge Flyers fan, y'all can see. But as far and all this stuff you see here in the background, that's probably like less than half of the merch and all the other stuff that I have. So you guys can see, I've been a Flyers fan for a while, and there's been a lot of changes, a lot of retreads, a lot of rebuilding. That what was it, 2008, the final, 2010 Blackhawks, a long time ago now. So we need to be the Flyers, and myself as a fan. We need to be encouraging them to do the right thing. And Brier's trying, bless him. He's trying to do it the right way. But here's the thing, okay? The Flyers, here's why John Tortorella was basically set up to fail, okay? Number one, he doesn't have a forward that can eclipse 80 points in a season, okay? So no game-breaking stud forward that can just go off for, 100, $120. Every season. Number two, there's no stud defenseman there. There's no big intimidating monster like a Pronger or a Brent Burns or a Rob Blake type of dude. Now, okay, those guys don't exactly grow on trees. I understand this, but it almost worked with Sanheim. But when you watch the guy, his lateral movement and his turning and his foot speed on laterals is not great. So he's he's a big dude that can be like a little clunky sometimes. And like, and I love, like, if somehow we're able to put Jamie's skating on Sanheim's body, that would be one heck of a defenseman right there. You got a 6'6" guy who can skate and pass the puck brilliantly, like Drysdale. Now that would be something, but you know, again, they don't grow on trees. So, and lastly, third point, John's having to deal with goalies who right now, while they might have some potential down the road, like at the moment, they're learning on the fly, and that's not good for a team that's trying to compete and trying to win. So now on the flip side, though, you know, that was in John's offense, but in Briere's offense, like, the interviews that you're doing, you know, you look sad, you look defeated, you look like this team doesn't have a chance, and you're burying guys on the bench on national television with you know, parents watching and stuff, and family members watching. So and the whole thing with Mitchkov, like, me personally, you know, I don't care. Like, that's what his teammates are for. He's got enough rushing guys around him to say, hey, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you know, we need this from you, we need that, you know. Like, Torts, like, you're a good coach, but you're not out there on the ice. His teammates are, and the other players are. You know, they're gonna tell Mitchie what's up, and then his natural instinct is gonna take over. He just needs reps, and he's not gonna get reps with you benching him all the time. And like Cam York the other night, like, what, benching him for what, 50 minutes, something, 40-50 minutes? Like, that's crazy, man. Like, that's a guy that you've been depending on all year, who's pretty solid for the most part. You know, it'd be nice if he had a bit more size, so he could develop, you know, a wicked slap shot for a one-timer. You know, maybe be like a real quarterback on the power play. But you know, he has his deficiencies, like all these guys do. All these guys have their deficiencies. You know, it's a shame too, because the potential is there, but for whatever reason, they're just not living up to it so far. It's a real shame. Now, speaking of sports teams, my sports team specifically, again, you guys can see it in the background, you know, and you can see it with my hat on too. So I'm hoping that the Jays can actually do something this year. That'd be nice, because if not, it's going to get real ugly this year. You know, like, so far the Vlad era has been nothing but garbage, and it's a shame too, because that's my fucking dog, man. Like, him and his pops, you know, DR, just like me. We love baseball, but we love to win. We love to compete, you know. And he did put in the work at the end of the year, Vlad Jr. last year, but like, games meant nothing. So yeah, like, you're gonna play awesome when you're trying to get paid, and games don't mean jack shit. But like, I don't know what we're gonna do this year. They haven't really done much in free agency, and like, we all know the Shatkins administration is known for not making really big splashes. Oh, I wish we still had Anthopoulos. Oh boy, I miss those days. We just ran through the Yankees like a hot knife through butter. That was great. But it was so short-lived. What a shame. What a shame. And you know, speaking of what a shame, actually, that's a brilliant transition to the Raptors. What a shame. 25 wins. Yo, Bob McCown called it. Bob McCown called it at the start of the year. Everybody was laughing at him, like, oh man, you serious? No, Scotty Barnes. Like, we're coming to the end of the season. So 25, 30 wins, if that's all they're going to get. I mean, you know, if they get 30 wins, I'll still give it to McCown. You know, 5 wins off is pretty close. But like, that is just absolutely ridiculous. He called it spot on, and I agreed with him too. I laughed because it was funny. Because it was funny to hear that this team is going to be so fucking shite, that they're really capable of winning 25 games in the season. But here we are on March 27th, 2025. We're sitting there with 25, 26 wins. Oh boy. Rough. Well, hopefully, they can tank just like the Flyers and get a nice, good top pick. That'd be very good, very nice. So, I guess that pretty much covers the gamut, I guess, on the teams. So now, here comes the wrestling talk. So if you don't want to hear this, you can hit the like button or subscribe and bail. Now, first thing I'll get into, guys, the Jon Moxley spot that everybody's been talking about. This, you guys, again, listen to my videos. They're all here. They're all available for you to listen to. No worries for the rest of your days. But this fucking guy with this fucking fake spike nail bat bullshit with Edge, who's like 50 something years old, like, these guys, man, it's like fucking backyard trampoline wrestling. Seriously, that's what this fucking shit is, man. With these supposedly grown ass men. Oh boy, yeah, that was such a fucking dumb spot, and Moxley's such a fucking idiot. What a shame. Like, really, man. And that was supposed to be like one of the top guys, one of the top signings. He's just out here fucking doing just trash matches. No story, no nothing. Just, yeah, I'm a badass and I'm gonna fuck shit up. But I can't tell a fucking story. And I'm out here fucking beating my own ass. He took his and all the podcasters, all the freaking podcasters. I don't care what the fuck you guys say. There are the podcasters out there that love their fucking AEW shit, and they're like, nah, that was too gory for me. And then of course the objective, guys out there, like, just name them off right now. Corny, Stevie, Dutch. Just to name a few. All these guys. Booker T. Like, all these guys are saying the same thing, that it was a fucking stupid spot, unnecessary, just for fucking, it was just straight clickbait. And then as soon as I seen it, I was getting some, I had to turn the notifications off. It was getting fucking stupid with all the fucking AEW fucking supporters fucking chiming in like fucking low IQ idiots. When I said, is this supposed to be, because they had uploaded some fucking video about how it was trending on Twitter and all this shit and all the views it got and all this fucking garbage. And they're probably just overinflating the numbers like they always try and do. And I'm talking shit about, I get on there and I'm like, is this supposed to be the counter to the John Cena heel turn? Because if it is, this is fucking weak. Weak effort. Weak as fuck. My thoughts on that. And like, it's already gone. So what are you gonna do from here? Like, it's already like the buzz is already like diving off a cliff. Like a week later. So now what? Now what are you gonna do? Are you gonna fucking get suplex onto a fucking landmine? Cause that's the only way that's gonna fucking top that. Just fucking have Edge superflex his ass onto a fucking landmine. Boom! Oh, show's over, folks. We gotta fucking clean up this ring. You gotta come tomorrow night after we clean this fucking shit up, all the debris and shit. Good night, folks. That was your fucking main event. Oh, but what about Toni Storm bleeding out of her fucking pussy? No, we can't do that. No. Sorry. Oh my god, man. Wow. Fucking stupid fucking morons. Oh man, it's just it really is a shame. Like, TK had to have been on fucking crack cocaine to approve that fucking spot. Like, there's no way. Everything has to go through Tony the Tiger. And I don't know how the fuck you approve that spot. That's so fucking dumb. Moving on. Because I'm not talking about that shitty organization anymore, and even saying shit about it to even potentially put them over. No, we're done with that. Now, what I'm going to talk about is, I mentioned it very briefly there in the previous segment, but John Cena, 20 plus years as a babyface in the industry, and then he basically just fucking shat on everybody, including that pudgy little boy. That was crazy. But the thing about that was, it was that the really good strategy on his part was, keeping everything the same. And that promo where, he was saying, oh, what do we get? Do we get the old Thugonomics music back? Do we get the word life, persona? And he's like, no, I'm not doing that, because I ain't doing shit for you people anymore. That was good. That was a good one. I like that. The promo after that, though, when he's wearing the black t-shirt, and I like the black t-shirt a lot. I like that t-shirt. What was it? The Scotland World Tour t-shirt, the black one. That was really good. I hope, I hope they're selling all of the stops on the World Tour shirt, because that'd be sick if you could get like the whole set at the end. That would be really sick with all the flags on it and everything. That would be really, really awesome. So the black t-shirt was nice. I like that he came out with a black one for the dark persona. It's good. The dark evil persona. And that promo wasn't as good as the first one, I think. But then Cody came out, and then he was a little more intense than the previous week, which was okay. I don't know, just okay, but and that actually is a great tie-in to another thing I was thinking about, actually, with the John Cena heel turn. And it's just like the WrestleMania card as a whole. How much of that is gonna be good? Like the Cena heel turn, that's gotten a lot more hype on it. But this triple threat match, that they got booked with Cena, Rollins, and Roman, I don't know, man. I don't know about that match. I don't know what's gonna happen there, and how Dwayne is gonna tie himself into everything. Dwayne the Goof. So yeah, it's getting a little bit stale. Maybe it's because they booked it so late this year. Usually it's around like first or second week of April, but now they got it, I think it's like around the 20th or something like that. So they gotta add more filler to get to it. So we'll see. I don't know. It doesn't look like a great card so far. I think with what happened there with the 2-year lead up with Cody and everything, that was just like cinema that you were just hanging on to. But I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's anything like that this year, because they haven't had like a year-long feud or build with Cody and John. This is kind of just happening, probably at the snap of the fingers of Dwayne. And John's probably into it too, obviously, because he controls the creative of his character and whatever in the narrative. But we'll see what else happens leading up to it, because right now, I mean, the WrestleMania card itself is looking pretty mild, and they got to do 2 nights. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen leading up to all this. We shall see. And one other bit is that I wanted to talk about was Saraya or Paige saying bye-bye to AEW. I guess to focus on her podcasts and other projects. And she straight up said, like, oh, I don't think they were using me right or properly in stories or anything like that. So yeah, she's probably right. And she had that little tirade there, supposedly in the control room, about, oh, I'm the main eventer and this and that, and like everything else in AEW, when you get a glimmer of hope and sense, it just fades away very quickly. And so she just went back into hiding in obscurity, and that was it. That was all she wrote. And then the contract expired, and she didn't want to re-sign. There's nothing there really for her to do. So shame for her. But I hope she does well in the podcast. I've seen a few snippets of it where she was talking about the John Cena heel turn too, and it was pretty interesting. She's a good she's always been a pretty good talker and everything, so that's good. All right, guys. That is all I have for the rundown. Oh yeah, no, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about, actually, and that would be oh yeah, they're talking about somebody had brought this up on the Dutch Mantel show, and they were talking about why hasn't Jim Cornette gotten into the Hall of Fame yet? That's a very good question. It's obviously because he tortures them on stupid fucking spots or segments or whatever that they put on TV. But I was thinking about it too, and literally, and this is gonna be my last point here before I go. Jim could go into the Hall of Fame 3 times for 3 separate categories when you think about it, right? Like, he could go in as a worker, he could go in as a manager, and he could go in as a builder with all of what he did in running Smoky Mountain, and all the bookings he did and production in WWE and TNA. So really, he could be like the first the first ever triple inductee in 3 separate categories, which is crazy when you think about it. But yeah, man, he'll get in eventually. Like, Hunter or whoever the fuck takes over, or even once Hunter's gone and Cody Rhodes probably takes over, like Dutch said recently. Cody will, oh yeah, of course we'll put him in. Be like the first inductee of the Cody Rhodes running WWE era in 20 years or whatever. If Corny's still alive by then, who knows? All right, guys. On that note, that's all I got for now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please hit that subscribe button, share, all that good stuff. Throw this around. And yeah, guys, stay tuned, because again, at the absolute very bare minimum least, I'll try to get these things out there every other Friday. So recording on a Thursday, and then trying to upload Friday morning. Record every other Thursday and try to upload the next day. All right, guys, so hopefully, I can stay current enough with what's happening. Those were my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. All right, guys, that's all for now. Peace.